Will Trump tariffs destroy crypto? 2nd of April warning. Hi everyone, and if you're new here, my name is Gabby Trades and I do live technical analysis on crypto and equities. So if that sounds good to you, please do like and subscribe. So how's everyone doing? Okay, so the US market last week started on a kind of a positive note, right? Monday, with some good momentum that came out from Friday. But by midweek, things took a different turn. We got more news about tariffs, political drama, and weak economic reports, which quickly killed the vibe. Because of all this, right, there is uncertainty, and gold prices shot up like crazy. Now we're above, I don't know, 3,000. I don't even know what the price is, to be honest. It's just going up and up and up. Hello. On a global stage, hi, Sebastian. No, sorry. Oh yeah, that's Sebastian, yes. I want to talk to you about how things are looking on a global stage because I saw some news and things are actually heating up, especially between US and Russia. Now, the White House and Kremlin have been trading some serious words, and there's been talk about new tariffs and restrictions on Russia if peace talks don't move forward. Now, this for me is worrying, to be honest, but we need to focus more on what's happening this week, and that is 2nd of April, which Trump called it the Liberation Day. That's when we'll find out whether more tariffs will be put in place, and investors are definitely on the edge about it. Now, aside from the all global drama, it's pretty quiet this week in terms of economic data, but eyes will be on the US labor market to see if unemployment is ticking up, especially with the JOLTS report and the non-farm payrolls coming out. Now, looking ahead to April, all eyes will be on Trump and how he handles tariffs, along with the important job numbers, of course. But yes, the March report is going to be very important for the understanding of how strong the labor market is. And that could, of course, affect the Fed's decisions, right, in the future. Now, again, what else? Yeah, the geopolitical things we said about that. It's a huge drama. This could add some serious volatility in the market, especially with the situation in Ukraine. Trump is kind of like really, really tough about it, right? So what else do we have? I think that's it. Let's see who's here. Sugar Cookie, Starfire Crypto. Starfire Crypto is bullish on Gabby Trades. Okay, that's great to hear. Mark Bass is here. Mr. Vane. Okay, nice picture with Gabby and Trump. Yes. My thumbnails have been good lately, haven't they? You guys, wait, let me see all the chats. Tickwood is also here. How are you guys doing? Are you ready for this week? Because it's going to be crazy. It's going to be bumpy. Kuhn is here as well. Okay, screen share. Let's have a look. All right, no, that's my other screen where my trade is going. I don't need to look at that for now. Oh, actually, it's here as well. I can see it. Okay, so as I was preparing the stream, I saw this setup. So I was like, let me get in real quick because what do we have here? Again, actually here with this paper trade, I was preparing the stream, but that's fine. Yeah, I showed you guys this trade. It was pretty actually an easy run. It was an entry on an inverted fair value gap, I think on the 15-minute time frame, if I'm not mistaken, right here. You won't see it now, but like when price was trading back here, it was quite visible. So that was one trade that I was looking at, and then I continued to look at the market because this move was quite fake in my opinion. So I was like, okay, I want to see New York open and see what price does. And then here, obviously, we have the sweep of the previous week low, which is here. This is the previous week low. Maybe we should go on a higher time frame. Let's have a look. Yeah. This is the previous week low here. We're trading at 0.5. So this long is something that it's not a high conviction long, of course, having in mind that we're still bearish down here according to the 4-hour strategy. We're trading at the 0.5 of the price leg, which is at 82,714. So price needs to pretty much hold above here. Otherwise, I'm not interested to stay in this long. But anyway, it was a scalp. that I took, and I will probably exit with half of my position around here. It's looking good for now. I'm not gonna lie. Like it's looking good, and we have some liquidity to the upside, and also we have an opportunity to invalidate the 4-hour short setup if we trade above here, right? If we trade above this fractal high, maybe it could continue higher. I don't mind. But also on Mondays, I'm pretty happy only with you know, a scalp or two to end the week, right? Let me see, because I don't see the chats actually. Wait, that's full screen. But how are you guys? How was your weekend? PR praise. Okay, Harvey's here. Harry P's here. Legit, you guys like and subscribe because honestly, I was so depressed last week. On Saturday, Sunday, my subscribers didn't move at all. I was sitting at 777 and I was like, what is going on? And then I had a boost on Monday. But yeah, and I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos on how I can improve the channel and everything. And it just says that, yeah, basically people need to interact, like, subscribe, and that's what is going to push the algo. But yeah, Monday with you guys is my favorite. Let's have a listen at the music. Do we like it? Maybe we put a bit higher. Yeah, why not? We can do that. Hey Bear, how are you? Okay, you guys, let's get serious around here because we have some stuff to discuss today. Like I said, news front is looking a bit tricky between Russia and Ukraine. We have the tariffs coming up. You know, some people are talking about the tariffs and they're like, it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. And there was this one guy, I saw a short, I think on LinkedIn or something. He was explaining how the tariffs are actually good. And he was saying, he was giving an example with vodka, right? And he was saying Grey Goose and Tito. I think Tito was like a US vodka, and then Grey Goose is like French vodka. So if the US products are sold in France, apparently there is like 100% tax on them. So, you know, there is not much incentive for people to buy Tito vodka because it's really expensive. And I was like, oh, wow, I didn't really know that there is like 100% tax on US goods. So yeah, I guess it's a fair play, you know, because what is France going to do eventually? Is France going to increase the tariffs on, you know, on Tito? No, they're probably going to reduce them to 0, and then they can start, you know, removing the tariffs for US as well. Spa shop vodka is the best. I don't know. I don't drink, to be honest. And when I drink, I just try to drink vodka and nothing else. But yeah, we're about to hit take profit here. So let me watch this. Let me open my other screen so I can just manage my trade real quick. What are we at? I'm trading at 77 leverage. That's not a lot of profit, and it's looking quite bullish for now. You know what I might do is like close 20% just for the sake of it. And then what did I just close my whole trade? Oh my god. Oh, whatever, it happens. I just closed my whole trade. No, it's fine though. This was the initial take profit. It was supposed to be a scalp, so whatever, it's fine. I'm not really fussed about it. Okay, so let's look on a higher time frame and see what's going on. I can get rid of this now because that's done. All right, quick. Yeah, profit is profit. You're right. Like I shouldn't be complain about it. Yeah, profit is profit. It's just a little annoying sometimes. Let's have a look if you can see price. Yes, you can see price. Let me move it a little bit more. Tiny a little bit more. The more screen you have, the better. So are you guys excited about the trading course? We're going to start that somewhere in April. I'm going to announce to everyone because people have been asking, and, you know, I feel bad. And also, you know, my thoughts about it are the following, right? There is a lot of scams out there. We're completely aware of that. But there is also a lot of courses that are super expensive, and it's very hard for people to make up their minds on who their mentor is going to be. Is it worth it, etc., etc. And also, while you're learning, you tend to lose a lot of money. At least I did, right? So you're already in a massive loss, and then you have to pay, I don't know, $8,000 for a membership somewhere. I think that's absolutely crazy, and I don't want that for you guys. I want everyone with me to learn in a long term, right? Because learning trading is not going to happen in like 1 year or even in 2 years. You need to understand that it's going to take a lot of time. So I want you guys to stay with me, and then we can go through this journey together. So I'm going to think of like a really good way of how this can work for you guys, but also for me, because this will be my time that I'm away from the charts. You see how I'm trading right now while I'm trying to do the stream. It's really hard, you know. But I'm doing it. Oh damn, I'm so annoyed now if price goes up and takes that liquidity. Okay, let's have a look. As usual, we start on a higher time frame. Let's do that. Let's get rid of the 4-hour. Hi, Diamond Eyes. I can see you, and I'm also removing the sweep signals. Now, let's get serious. Okay, we're getting serious. Alrighty then. So, let's start on a daily. We start on a daily with the busy chart. You guys are used to it already by now. Okay, so what are we seeing here, right? What is the most recent leg that I can identify here, right? We have a low here, we have formed a low here, and then we clearly formed a high here, right? So that now makes this, you know, a trading leg. Okay, so since we've identified the high and the low of the trading leg, we want to know where are all the zones. Okay, here's the 0.5 at 82,714. Now, I'm very pissed off at this point that I closed this trade by mistake, but I was stressed out that I don't want you guys to wait for me. Because what is essentially this mini leg, right? I know we're bearish on a higher time frame, but this leg right now, we're looking at a bullish leg, right? So when we were retracing down to the 0.5, I said to you guys, I want us to keep this 0.5 level. I want us to hold it, because if we hold that level here, which we're doing right now, annoyingly, I closed my long. This is so annoying. I'm going to find another entry, whatever. Because now it seems like we're holding the 0.5. And what does that mean? That means that this leg from bullish, from just a bullish leg, becomes an ultra bullish leg. So that means that now we're potentially going to go and take this high, right? There is going to be some resistance at 86,197, but if we clearly reject from the 0.5, which we're doing right now, that means that we're going for this high. And once we go for this high, guess what? We have on a higher time frame, which is the daily, resistance level here, resistance. I decided to mark the lines so you guys are not too confused. I haven't marked all of them, but whatever. So yeah, so this is level of resistance. So that means that from here, we might continue shorts, right? Because what are we on a higher time frame? Well, we're bearish, okay? All right, so this morning, that's on a higher time frame. And then when I woke up today and I'm looking at the charts, we're here, right? Let's just focus on the charts right now. I'm waking up this morning and we're trading around here, right? We're trading around here. This low was created on a Saturday night. Some people, even from the Discord, were like long. Who was long? I think Mr. Vane was long or something from down here. Okay. And I was like, this is not, it's not giving me good confirmation as of yet. We need to wait. So then what happens? We created that low down here, but because we had a target, and what was the target? This low, right? This low here needed to go, and it went. We discussed that on Discord. So now I'm like, okay, before anything happens, I want to see this low go, right? For a proper long, I want to see this low wiped as well. And that didn't happen. So to me, that's a massive manipulation. Or was it Kun? I don't remember who longed. So, okay, and I'm sitting here this morning and I'm like, okay, price is dropping down. We have a lower target on the 4-hour time frame. I want to take longs from down here. But see how that is not manifesting right now. And the reason that is not manifesting right now is because crypto markets are extremely manipulative, right? So this is a situation that can happen. And also, I'm observing here, wait, what else happened here? Well, we created the low of Asia, and the low of Asia hasn't been swept yet. So what is that telling you? This is massive manipulation. But are we going to hold above the 0.5. This is going to be the one that's going to determine whether we're giga bullish or not. And for now, the candle that's breaking this 0.5 level, it's quite strong. It's telling me, Gabby, yeah, we're going to get that high. So I'm pretty convinced at the moment that that's going to happen. All right. And I'm also very pissed off that I closed my long. You guys costed me now quite a bit today. And I'm doing this for free, by the way. So it's not even funny. Anyway, okay. So yeah. Okay. And then from here, this is the previous weekly high. So it's all going to make sense, right? We just took the low here from the previous week. We took the low. We're trading above 0.5. We have some resistance around 85K. Who cares? Maybe we can retrace and then we go and take the high. This would be ideal case scenario, because now price is confirming to us that we're actually for real bullish in this leg. And what is that also confirming? What is that also confirming to us, by the way? Well, that's confirming to us our original bias that price actually made a low down here, made a proper low. Is that going to be the last low? Probably not, you guys, right? We said that. That's probably not going to be the last low. However, is that low good enough for us, for price to reverse and come and take this low? Yes, it is. Why? Because we're trading double liquidity on the 4-hour chart, which is here. And again, if you're wondering how I'm getting this liquidity levels, well, that's using my strategy and marking the liquidity on every time frame. If you don't have the indicators, guys, go ahead and buy them. By the way, tomorrow I will give discount for these indicators, and only people that have access to my Discord will have access to the discount for the trading indicators as well. Now, there is also a situation here where you can look at this price leg, right? Let's go again on a higher time frame. When you look at this price leg and you're like, okay, Gabby, but overall we're bearish, right? Overall we're bearish. So right now I want to take my chances and start shorting here, because this is another retest of the 0.5 area and we want to continue shorting, right? So I'm going to say, okay, but do you have any validation for this now? I don't think so, right? There is no validation at the moment for that I see personally, right? Because, okay, we have a level here. We have a level here at 83,562 that we're rejecting quite nicely, but I'm going to need more confirmation than that. Because why? Because also on the same time frame, we have liquidity up here on the 15-minute time frame, which is sitting at 84,617. So all this is going to need more confirmation, right? And it's also Monday. Don't forget, Monday is extremely manipulative. But yeah, as you can see, I had my alarm at 81,114. So in case price starts dropping down, I'm going to attempt another long down here at 81,119, and then another area for long is down here at 737. By the way, this is not an area for immediate long confirmation, 81,119 here. It's not an area. This is just the low that I'm looking to take, right? On a higher time frame. This is this low down here. This is this low. So once we reach that low down here, I want my alarm to ring, because we're entering then again into a buy zone. And my zone within that price leg is 80,737. But I want to be on the charts when that low is taken here, right? At 81,119, because I wanna be ready here to start looking for longs. All right, if that happens. So this is the plan for now. Let's see what price is doing. Let me have a look. Let me go back. All right, so on the 10-minute, we're closing a pin bar candle. We usually get wick fills for that. So as you can see, the candle is opening right now and it's filling that wick. So I want you guys to learn about these candles as well, because they tend to get wick fills. Okay, let's look at ETH real quick. ETH is within the first area of interest, right? That's the first area of interest, and we're trading below it right now. So that is not a good sign, right? We've had a weekly close below the buy zone and below the support. So that's all looking too bearish for me, to be honest with you. On a 4-hour, I think we're bullish on I think we're bullish on ETH on a 4-hour. So we're targeting now 1,848.23. And just above that is the support zone, right? That is now potentially turned into resistance. So what I want to look here is how price is going to react once this high is taken, if taken. And then look for continuation to the downside, depending on what the 4-hour strategy tells us, right? Hima, pump ETH, please. Yes, pump it. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. And let's have a look at the CME, because someone mentioned. Okay, we just about filled it. And now price is rejecting. So yeah, it could be continuation shorts. And yeah, let's see what happens. I think this high will be taken today. Yeah, it should be taken today if it's taken. It should be taken today. Mind you, this is a Binance chart. We checked, we checked the bluffing chart, we checked the Binance chart. So both charts are showing us that the high wasn't taken. So yeah, this could be just another manipulation. Then we take it, and then from here we see what happens. Right, because then we're gonna reach a resistance that is kind of major, to be honest with you. And from here, it's not looking good at all, because the next zone of interest for Ethereum for me is going to be quite low at around 1,640. And then if I find something with Bitcoin, then potentially I'm going to look for buys. But yeah, this is not good, because look, like right here, we have, this is an order block, right? This is an order block, which has been traded through. So now essentially that's a breaker block, and price has almost traded to it. So I think that there is a slight chance that from here, we might continue up, tap into this breaker block, and then continue shorts. We never know, right? So it's pretty much no trade day, actually, unless you're scalping, because when you are trading at around the 0.5 of whatever price leg, one thing you need to remember is that the 0.5 is a very, very dangerous zone to trade, because you don't know if price is going to go up and you don't know if price is going to go down, right? Ideally, what you want to be looking at is the zones such as 0.786 and 0.236. Right? This should be your zones of major interest, where you're like, okay, from here, it's safer to take a long, right? Or safer to take a short around this area. But yeah, right now we're actually trading into a breaker block. So it's not an ideal situation. But I'm happy, right? I'm happy. I had a trade. I closed my trade. Maybe I'm happy now that I closed my trade. It's not your fault, you guys, anymore. But yeah. So this is it pretty much. What else I can tell you? Wait, I want to make sure that I've said everything. Okay, so just to remind you, okay? We're on a higher time frame bearish right now. We've confirmed that we're bearish on Bitcoin. We're bearish on a higher time frame. However, the retracement could be deeper than what we're seeing right now for the bearish and the bullish scenario. So on a short time frame, which is the 4-hour, we have more work to do to the upside. And by that, I mean, we need to get to the 95K area, right? This is what we need to get to take liquidity on the 4-hour time frame, because we have double liquidity formation. Now, from here, it looks, let's go on a cleaner chart, because this is too crazy for me. Um, I need to find a way how I can clean my chart and make it like more easy for you guys. Okay, so higher time frame bearish, lower time frame sort of bullish. We need to get to this 95k. How are we gonna get there? I don't know. Is it gonna be hard? Potentially, but there is going to be support around the 80k where we could find more entries to try and target this area. But once we target this area and once we reach around the 95k area, there is a lot of confluences that are telling me that from here we're gonna find a short, whether it's going to be from around the 99,500 or 100,000 Bitcoin. This whole area here is a shorting area. So once we get there, we need to be very careful what we do, because it's not going to be a continuation zone to the upside. It's going to be rather a reversal zone, where then I'm expecting for this low to go, right? At, what is that, 76,000. So yeah, we know that now. We know that we're trading in this leg down here. We're rejecting from the 0.5, so this could be a major signal that we need to drop down to the 79,500 or around the 80k area to continue up to maybe the 86,000, and that's going to be a scenario where we're going to get into a massive range here. So that's going to be very ugly if that happens. But from rejection from here, I don't think that we'll see lower prices down here. I'm not seeing that as an option right now, at least not as of yet. We need to lose this level down here, which is at 78,185. So for now, until then, I'm quite bullish, to be honest, and I'm looking at getting our way to around the 100k zone, 95 to 100k, right? And you know, longer term, unfortunately, we won't be able to catch the trade, right? We won't be able to catch that massive trade, because the massive trade was down here at this low once we swept here, right? And even that is not giving too much, right? So that was the trade, or the other trade is up here. These are the major trades. Until price gets to that zone, I'm not looking to do anything. And also, once we sweep that low here, then after that, we have our areas of interest for Bitcoin, right? Which are down here, right? 75k, 5,010, 73,759, and 72,778. This is the zones where we can actually find some good long-term trades. For now, we're just playing about, and we have huge potential to enter into a very, very ugly range that, you know, you can only scalp from, to be honest. You can't do anything much in that range. So yeah, anything else? Do you guys have any out requests that I can look for you? Because honestly, price action has been ugly on Bitcoin, and I'm not expecting anything interesting today, specifically Mavia. Let's have a look. All right, Mavia is looking interesting. I like to see that on the 12-hour. I like to see liquidity. Let's have a look on the daily. Yeah, unfortunately, looking at the chart, like at the naked chart, it's very bearish, right? It's extremely bearish. So I don't think that there is a lot of hope that you're gonna reach new all-time highs on this particular what is it, Mavia, on this particular pair. So as of now, it looks like it's sort of bottoming. Let's have a look. Okay. All right, this is potentially a very good area for longing. That's an inverted fair value gap here. That was the entry on the 15-minute that we took today. So from here, entry up is not a bad call, actually. Not a bad call at all, to then chase the 12-hour liquidity up here, right up here. So you would enter, you know, probably at market or something like that, or just find on a lower time frame, and then I would probably put my stop loss below this candle here, and then I'll chase this high, and that's it. And I'm not gonna hope for much more than that, to be honest, because, you know, there is one liquidity on a daily time frame at $5.2, or was it on the weekly at 6? No, that's it. You have daily liquidity at $5.2, and from that I don't see anything else. But here I think this is the trade, and that's how I would play it. But again, Bitcoin right now is very, very tricky. Let's see on a lower time frame. Yeah. Yeah, so it must hold this inversion here. So let's say you wait for a retracement down here, and then you enter. And then yeah, another potential entry could be from the, you know, order block down here. So you can either increase your stop loss or just wait for a better entry down here somewhere within the... So the entry is pretty much either here, it was here, you wait for another candle drop down, or you wait for price to come back to this order block in combination with the fair value gap on the 4-hour. Right, that's what I'll do. And then you want to target this high, because that high is liquidity on a 12-hour. So you want to get that. So I think that's a good goal. Okay, let's have a look at ADA. Didn't we discuss ADA not long ago? Where is it? Yeah, for ADA, okay, so we've taken that liquidity here on a 4-hour, complete rejection. We want to go back down to 0.6249, it seems. So that leg up could be actually, you know, like we thought, probably manipulation and not really a move up, because invalidation for this trade will be the break of this resistance here at 0.6808, and then sweep of this fractal high on the 4-hour, and then confirmation for more longs. That is when I can get more confident that this move to the upside is real. Until then, I want to see that low taken, because the 4-hour is telling me that this low needs to go. So until then, I'm waiting for this low to be taken, and then I would make more decisions, because once this low is taken, price could actually drop even further and take even this low, and then you know, reverse from that position. So for me, ADA right now is a waiting game, because this could just be a retrace, right? Like I said, the only moment I'm going to be interested is if there is a break between 0.6808, retest, and then continuation. Then I'll be a little bit more confident that you know, we've actually bottomed out, and we want to go up now and take this high, you know, potentially this high, and then continue for that liquidity up here. But not as of now, not as of now, because all this here is a buy zone. and the buys won't be invalidated even if price wicks this low here. So yeah, no problem. XRP, let's have a look at XRP. Actually, that'll be interesting. You're welcome, Kun. Okay, so XRP is also not looking too bad, right? It's not looking too bad. We've already, like, same with ADA, right? We have a similar liquidity formation. We wicked it, right? And now we buying and then retracing back. So essentially for XRP, we can have again another retest of that zone, which is around $1.9514. So we can have another retest of that zone, potentially take that low, potentially not take it, right? For now, it's showing that it's bullish, but for me, this is not. You know, I need to look on lower time frame actually. Yeah, it's looking okay-ish. It's not looking that bad. It could be potentially bullish. But yeah, the entry for that was down here, this candle. This wick down here, and then stop loss down here, and then I'll be aiming for here. So if I was watching that chart and I see that low created here, then my entry would have probably been here. And then my stop loss down here, and then I'm going for the 4-hour high. So that would have been my XRP trade actually. Not a bad one at all, to be honest. What is that? 1 to 3.4? Not bad, not bad. But it's a very clear entry. It's a very clear entry from breaking of this resistance here. Yeah. So let's see. I'm not in, but it looks like that was it. So all right, you guys, that's it for today. 30, well, we're almost at 40 minutes, 37 minutes and a half. That's for today, Monday. We summarized, no problem. We summarized Bitcoin. I don't want to go through it again. Let's have a look what happened on the 4-hour. Well, what do you know? We just swept this high like we said, and price is rejecting again. So that now is going to tell you guys that we need to wait for another 4-hour candle confirmation to understand a little bit more what price wants to do short term. But like we said earlier, we're expecting this high to be taken and then a tap into the order block, and we still haven't even got a tap into the order block, right? So we might get another candle here that goes a little bit higher, or this could be just manipulating up and down now for the rest of the session. So it's not something that I encourage you to trade today. I myself, I wouldn't be doing it. It's looking very messy right now. You guys are more than welcome, and I'll see you on Discord, and I'll also see you tomorrow live at the same time. Now that UK and US, everyone has changed times, we know that our time zone is 2 p.m. UTC for the live streaming. You guys are most welcome. I'll see you on Discord. Bye for now. Bye.